Hello, my most amazing artists. Today we're going to be mixing up the unique colors of us, just like in the book. You're going to use a certain amount of colors to mix up your own unique color that you get to name today, but you need to start out by writing your name and class code on the back of your papers. The first thing you do is always the same. You pick up a pencil and write your name and class code. Make sure your name's in the back because we will be painting over top of the entire front of the paper your skin color. You'll notice you have a color mixing guide. That's there for you to look at with your table to see which colors you could use to mix and match a skin color that's close to your own. You want to try to make sure to get as close to your real skin color as possible. To do that, you'll have white, yellow, red, and brown to mix your skin color. Keep that color mixing guide handy just in case you forget which colors you need to add to make it lighter and which to make it darker. When you pick up your paintbrush, you dip in the water. If it starts to drip, wipe it on the lip. Do we hold our paintbrush there? Do we hold it there? No! That's called the danger zone. If you hold it there, you're in danger of getting paint on your fingers, so hold it on that nice little cushion. That pillow is meant for your fingers. Don't forget to dip. When it starts to drip, wipe it on that lip. Never tap, tap, tap. I'm going to start out by spreading some white paint all over my paper. That's going to make sure I have a good base so that my paint can start mixing. Everybody could start with this color or whatever color you think you should start as your base. But remember, nobody is actually these colors in real life. We might say white and black, but nobody is really white or black. Everybody has their own unique skin pigment. And to make that skin tone with the pigments, we need to mix these colors together to get that unique color. Now, I would suggest if you're starting to make a light color, you can mix white and yellow and see what happens. But nobody's going to be that color. No matter what, everybody's got a little bit of brown that they're going to mix. But when you're mixing your color, make sure that you're keeping your paintbrush like a ballerina on the tippy toes. You'll notice if I smash down my paintbrush like I just did, not only does it give my paintbrush a bad hair day, it almost ripped my paper. Because you will be mixing quite a bit of paint. If you press down too hard while you're mixing, it could rip your paper. Or that paper will just start to fall apart and get really thin, and that's not good. Now you'll notice red is a very powerful color. When I add red to my painting, it's going to look like I have a sunburn. So I need to even that out by adding some more brown to make it more tan. That red is an important part of my color, but I added a little too much. If that happens to you, just look at that color mixing guide and see what you could add to even it out by making it darker or lighter. Brown is also a powerful color, but you can always lighten it up if it's not your skin tone by checking. You can check by matching it up to your hand. If it looks around the same color, you're on a good start. Make sure that you are gliding that brush all in the same direction, dancing like a ballerina on its tippy toes, never ever smashing down and scooting on its bottom because nobody wants to go to the booty scootin' ballet. If you're smashing down your paintbrush today, not only could it ruin your painting, but you're ruining the paintbrushes, so you're going to take a painting break. Also, if you're not washing your paintbrush in between each color and you're mixing them up in the paint tray, you will also have to take a painting break because that is not cool. So make sure to keep it nice and pointy on the tippy toes and also give your paintbrush a good bath in between. You'll notice I painted on my hand. That's allowed today. Just a little bit on your hand or the back of your hand to check to see if it's your color. If it doesn't match, see if it's too light or too dark. Then you'll know what to add. I always dab on SpongeBob when I'm done with the water after I give it a bath because this kind of paint is already wet. It doesn't need water to make it work. So that's why the sponge is there, not only to get my brush cleaner, but also to make sure I don't have too much water. Too much water or too much paint on my paper today could make it rip, and that's no good. We don't want to rip this paper. This is a very important start to what will be our self-portraits, a picture of you. So we want to cover that entire paper to match your skin color. You can even paint on the back of your hand to check it out every once in a while. If it's not quite your color, check out that skin mixing chart so you can see what colors you need to add to make it darker. I see that maybe I need to make mine a little darker, maybe I need to add brown, maybe I'll try adding some yellow to see if that'll change it to make it a little bit more orangey. I feel like I have a little bit more peachiness in my skin color, so I'm going to add that yellow. That'll change it to make it a little bit more peachy. Red will also do that, but keep in mind that's a very powerful color. The paint does dry very quickly, so you do need to work quick and move that paintbrush back and forth, sweeping like a broom, but never ever scooting around on the bottom because again, you will have to take a painting break if you're ruining that paintbrush and giving it a bad hair day. I'm going to make sure I blend all that paint together. By blending it together, I create an even skin tone all over the paper. You want the paper to be all the same color, whatever that unique color is. As long as it's even and the whole paper is covered, you are good to go. If it matches me and I got as close as possible, I'm ready to bring it to the drying rack. Remember, when you hold a wet painting, you need to hold it with 2 hands like the most important pizza you've ever held when you deliver it to that drying rack. Then make sure you clean up your hands and your area. We're not going to use the sink today, so you can clean up your hands with an art wipe. Of course, if you're wearing an apron, you will also hang that up when you're done. When you're using your art wipe, please make sure that you wipe your hands first and then your table. We probably will have some paint on the table, and that's okay. Just make sure to wipe it up and then put it in the trash can when you're done with that art wipe. Then you're going to have an exit ticket. That's something that you need to do when you finish your painting and put it on the drying rack. You'll get one of these from Miss Q that you can fill out and name your own color. You're going to name your unique skin color that you made today, just like they named their skin colors in the book. Come up with your own unique name. I named mine Coffee Toffee, but you can name it any color you want, like sunshine or chocolate or a name of a candy. It could be anything you want. Then it's going to ask you to circle which colors you used, and of course, you write your name on the first line. Then you could circle or color in how you feel that you did today. All right, awesome artists, I cannot wait to see what you create.